If you want to see me beat this jabroni's ass, give me a hell yeah!
Is The Rock really the right answer to dethroning Roman Reigns? By the time we reach WrestleMania 40, and let's be real, nobody's dethroning the Tribal Chief until then, he'll have touched 1,315 days as the Universal Champion. This means only Hulk Hogan, Bob Backlund, and Bruno Sammartino will have had longer World Championship reigns. And to do it in the modern era is even more insane. There seems to be a common line of thought among fans, yet again, that surely this time WWE will put an end to Roman Reigns' run as undisputed Universal Champion. We've seen him walk in and walk out as champion in 3 WrestleMania main events in a row, something that's likely not going to happen in our lifetimes. Before the match against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39 was made, there were long-standing rumors that WWE was planning a blockbuster match between Roman Reigns and his blood relative, The Rock. There's no disputing that this is the biggest money match that WWE could possibly make in the modern era. It's been a decade now since The Rock has even wrestled a match, but he revealed to Pat McAfee that there were legitimate talks of a match at WrestleMania Hollywood. He said, quote, "That was locked. We were doing it. Let me just tell you, in the beginning of 2022, Nick Khan, he was very instrumental in bringing Vince and I together. Flew to LA, broke out Terramana, business. Started talking the potential of the match. We shook hands and we hugged. Then we had a year. North Star was to do something unprecedented." End quote. He still went on to tease the possibility of it happening at WrestleMania 40 next year, and if WWE was able to make it happen, they will, even at the expense of Cody Rhodes. Remember 10 years ago when CM Punk complained that his deserved spot at main event WrestleMania was taken from him just so WWE could do a once-in-a-lifetime part 2? The Rock's response was simple and realistic. The match that draws the most money will be the headliner, and 2,348,000 pay-per-view buys later, it was clear why the match had to be run back. WWE is a business at the end of the day, and if they were so driven by the money that The Rock and John Cena could draw then, imagine now when there's a parent company looking to recoup as much of their investment as possible. CM Punk was deserving of the WrestleMania main event, there's no doubt about it. Just like how Cody Rhodes is deserving of the WrestleMania 40 main event. The only difference is that you're unlikely to hear Cody be vocal about his frustrations the same way Punk was. It all comes down to the money, and The Rock versus Roman Reigns would drive fan interest up more than any other match could. With that being said, there's an important question to ask. Does it make sense to have The Rock be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns? The answer is no. From one perspective, you could argue that The Rock has direct ties to the bloodline, but on the other hand, everybody knows that he will only come for a one and done. This means that we may just see a 4th WrestleMania in a row where Roman Reigns walks out as Universal Champion. And what does that mean? Likely another 4 months minimum before we see Roman getting dethroned. It's not exactly unfair to think that the Bloodline story has fizzled out a bit this year. While it undoubtedly had its moments, things haven't been as exciting for the last few months, especially considering that Roman Reigns has hardly been around and Jimmy Uso has tried to get back into the Bloodline despite being the one who essentially broke it up. It's also not unfair to assume that the old story is on its last legs. At this point, the mentality seems to be, let's just see it through and fill the gaps as much as possible until WrestleMania comes around. There's no doubt that Cody Rhodes is the more deserving superstar and is being positioned to be the one to finally end the run of the Tribal Chief. But could there be an alternative where Roman Reigns pulls double duty at WrestleMania? This may have to involve the match against The Rock not being for the undisputed Universal Championship, while the match against Cody Rhodes, presumably on night 1, would be for the title. But this is an unlikely scenario, and for good reason. By presenting it like this, WWE is essentially giving out the result of the main event both nights, with Reigns likely losing to Cody on night 1 and most likely defeating The Rock on night 2. Doing so would also deprive Raw superstars of getting that main event slot on night 1. so the situation is a bit more complicated than you think. But in short, The Rock should not be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, for the simple reason that it will take away the opportunity to elevate another star and give them the biggest moment of their career. As of now, that star looks like it's gonna be Cody Rhodes, especially since WWE made sure to add Jey Uso into his story to ensure a seamless and logical transition into the rematch against Roman Reigns early next year. We've seen it time and time again, with part-time stars taking full-time superstars' spot, and those days seem to be coming to an end, slowly but surely. Do you think The Rock should be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, or should Cody Rhodes be allowed to finish the story? Let us know what you think in the comments below.